Hey there, it's Patmos and welcome to what is now going to be episode 30 of our Ostriv series. 30 more than half an hour long episodes where we've built up this little somewhat historic town. 837 people, we are only 18 years in, but hey, we have so much fun. So thank you for sticking around with me for all these episodes, it is much appreciated. And that is not all, because sometimes people really pay attention. And all credits today go to Squid, because I was talking about one of my forestries, and it was producing too much firewood, and I was trying to change that, and then I removed the wood and not the firewood. Well, that was a mistake, so this fixed now. So thank you for having such a sharp eye, Squid. That is now fixed. And that leads us to getting back into what we were doing with the town. Well, we are transporting some iron ore, which is great. Let's keep that inbound. That also means that we make a ton of iron. Yes, we are. We have over 5,000 in here. Maybe we should raise the number to 7,500. That would be nice. And then that should generate even more space for other things, as well as generate space for us to just sell some extra iron. So why not put it in? Let's keep the sunflower oil for ourselves for a while. I mean, selling all of this is already very good. And all we have to check then if we are actually selling some oil anywhere, so that at least we get rid of it, so it's used and not just goes to waste. But I think we should have one or two places. This is all hemp oil, and we don't even have hemp oil, so let's turn this one into sunflower oil, so that we probably just sell both. Yeah, they should stock up on some sunflower oil here. Perfect. All right, we're building another row house, and while we wait for that to be done, let's click on some of these. We can see that all this is running smoothly. We have the store here completely set up, selling all that we wanted to sell. Not that it has all the goods, but well, you know what? Maybe we should give them a few laborers. See, now they get into goods. That's helpful. All right. And we are planning some more row houses, but also the saddler and another tailor, because that was one of the things we were working on. We needed some more clothing, because we have all the stuff that we need for more clothing. It's just that we have only one tailor so far. We have almost 2,000 textiles, 2,400 threads, so we can do that. And of course we need the saddlery, because we have built the stables. And it is also completely filled up now, so we can get horses, but then we do need the saddlery to keep all the tack and stuff. And then once that is done, we can slowly work towards draft animals, but that will take some time, and we're going to use that time to build a lot of other structures and keep going with this cute little village. Now, I think these trees can't be removed. See, it's inaccessible. These are almost done. It's still quite tempting, though, to just remove this one and place it over here. And it's not just tempting, it is what I'm going to do. Because that will speed up the whole process of removing these trees. And once all these non-placed by us trees are gone, we can start to decorate this area up. And we can place some extra housing here again. I think this is where the graveyard should end. It's like this. So probably figure out what to do here. Let's see. We did build extra schools. So we have one here, one there, and they're completely filled. So our 3 schools are doing good now. Might even get a 4th at some point. But one thing at a time. Here comes another row house. Well, some resources still need to be delivered, but that's it. All the farms should be mostly ready. Only thing is that, yeah, this is just being so crowded because a lot of people come here for food that we may need an extra storage. A messenger from Balaklia. Ooh, we can get horses there. Let's get 2 males and 4 females. That should help with the breeding. And once we get the breeding up to speed, we will have a lot of horses for draft horses soon. Surgeon still doing very good on the wealth front. I think we get in a little bit of less wealth tax because we were raising the wealth of some villagers. I'm not sure if that's already been working out or not. I think they're now allowed to, yeah, up to 60. But I don't see villagers with up to 60. Well, oh yeah, these are getting close now. So these are all getting slowly towards where they need to be. This one has 397. Wow. Oh yeah, well, they're slowly picking up on the wealth, so that's good. That's good. Let's keep that running. Yeah, not going to sell anything extra. Let's get rid of this screen. I think we need an extra market out here for people to go and buy food, which could be, well, right here behind the church, the school. So let's get into the trade screen. Let's build another granary here so that at least we have a place to store everything that we produce. And then turn this into a marketplace. And I think we should put a gazebo here too so that people can sit and relax. They should get some benches here. I mean, if I would be living here, I would want some places to sit, so why not give it to them? Alright, let's go. What should we put in here? I think we should be selling buckwheat, flour, potatoes, and dried fruit, because that's what we usually have most of anyways. Dried fruit, oh boy. There we go. Then we need to sell some firewood, some clothing, some warm clothing and some shoes. Then we might be able to sell some of the cheese, but also the oils. So let's go to hemp oil and sunflower oil. And maybe some soap, actually, that might be good. Then we also need to sell some firewood. And I think we can just do extra dried fruit, also include dried fish and some extra buckwheat. So that we really sell everything that I think we should sell. Now this is all perfect, so let's do apply to all and this one apply to all too. That now means that these will have workers and they have laborers that can bring in stuff. Not that we have any free laborers at the moment, but that's a whole different story. Now at least we get a set up marketplace here. And see, they're slowly bringing in some goods. So these people can go here too instead of only there. This one is now ready with 2 vacancies and a married couple. So we can get more people in there. The saddlery is coming along. But I do think we need to focus on the row houses for now. Because we're going to need a ton more people to man all the jobs and get enough laborers. So, but yeah, new family selling in town. Nice family. 2 adults and a kid. Very good. We get low build on the saddlery. I think most of them are still gathering resources or something. Everything is already brought to the tailor as well, so that's good. That means that we will be getting a lot of goods out of that. The horses should be in soon. And now we have the saddlery, so let's put people in here. Ladies mostly, because the men need to do other stuff. And we need metal parts and leather. I think these numbers are okay. And they will just produce horse tack, which is good. And in the tailor, we'll also require some ladies. And then, yeah, they should all be good. They can produce clothing and warm clothing, depending on whatever they need. Because they can't produce any warm clothing at the moment anyways. I don't think... We are producing a bit of broadcloth, but we don't have the sheepskin yet. Because we didn't have sheep to slaughter yet. See, 12 out of the 30, 11 out of the 30, 8 out of the 30, and 6 out of 30. So yeah, we're not there yet. The horses arrived though, and the first horse tack is coming in. So, kind of curious to see if we can get some horses to really grow up or breed first and then grow up. Are these still okay? Yes, 13-year-old oxen. Okay, that's going well. Let's slaughter one here. Or actually two, because we have another that's 11 months old already. Let's just pause for a second. Let's slaughter some animals here. If you pause, that means that if an animal is picked up, it won't just go all upwards and you click the wrong animal. So it really helps to pause while doing this. The next one is 9 months, yeah. So we'll leave that one bull. Ooh, we're getting in a lot of meat and hides. That's for sure. 1 year old, 1 year old, 1 year old. 11 months. Okay, we'll leave that. 2 years old. We already have a 1 year old. So yeah, let's do it like that. Now, this is a good opportunity. We can unpause now. To change one of the things in here. Maybe the potato and turn it into beef. Let's get these two going quickly. Once we have the granary up, they can stock that up, so that's easy. Then they have to do less transportation. And when we get the forestry up, we can remove this one. And there might be some extra industries or something that can go here. Or we leave this as a little bit of a square in front of the graveyard. That could be something too. Now, we've set up some of these ash trees, I think they are, yes. So let's do a couple more. I mean, we have to continue with the decorations, don't we? And I do like the ash trees with the fencing around it, but they have to place them first, of course. So we'll wait until they place the ash trees, and then we can do the fencing around. There we go. I think it looks pretty interesting with the fencing around it, so kind of cool. Alright, let's do a part of the fencing here, and then as soon as one of the planters comes in, we can then close it off. Yep, there comes. Alright, good. Boink. Alright. Oh, no, now it's inaccessible. But it's already planted, so that's no problem. See? Who cares that it's blocked? Alright. Now it's done. Alright, these will grow. And we have some more decorations there. Ah, they're building the next row house. Still a ton of stuff to come in, but should be okay. And we're getting closer and closer to another harvest. So a little bit of haste will be good, I think, to finish that row house. Now it's also time to plan another one of these little neighborhoods. So let's keep some space here, like this. And I guess then we can continue to go on like this. Seven, and then we have to place 2 in the middle here again. Let me just start up here. 1 and 2, and now we have another one of these circular towns. Not sure if we have to put in another market, but I think we will. I think we will. Hopefully they can make good use of this granary too, but you can never be too sure. We're not buying up any peas at the moment. We're also not selling them. Might be good to start with that for a bit again, if we actually can. I'm not sure if we can, but if we can buy some peas from gardens, why not do so? So let's try. They are now allowed to buy them, but people that have actually grown peas will have to get to their home first. I don't see any spare peas in here. No, none whatsoever. Dried fruits though. They have some beetroots and cabbages. Oh, they don't have a lot of it. Oh, maybe some carrots. And here, beetroot again. Beetroot again. They do have some beetroot. Oh yeah, there's peas coming in now. Alright, let's leave it as it is then. we get some peas in. Oh, that's interesting. It's still growing in here. No harvest yet, but the ripening should start any second now. And as soon as that starts... Oh no, ripening will start halfway in the month. Messenger from Barvin Cove. Anything to sell? No. Anything to buy? Well, if we buy some sheepskin, we can make some warm clothing of our own. Do we still have warm clothing? 700. Yeah, so we're not going to do that yet. We'll do that later. We'll now focus on finishing the row house first. Although, as soon as in a month the harvest starts, we'll lose some of the workers. Should not be too much of a problem, but it will pose a little bit of an issue. Now, I'm thinking what to do with this little area here. I think we should make a little park out of it. Yeah, let's make this a stone park. Or not a stone park, but park with stone fencing. Yeah, this is slightly better. Okay. I think it needs entrances, not on all sides, because then people will use it that way. So we'll just go like this and like this. And then people will have to choose whether they go around it or not. That'd be interesting. And the only way to smoothly go around it is to get through it. Which will be interesting. They should probably just take a straight route through it. So the rest of the roads should disappear. And that should help create a more interesting environment in here. So let's place at least some trees in the corners. And then from there on... trees at the entrance. Basically what we can create here is something of a natural road with the trees, so the people will walk in here. And then besides that, see, now this is something of a natural roading, and in there we can create a more wild setup, something like this, and then put in some bushes. And hide some benches so that people can really take a sit and relax a bit out here in the like a communal garden type building. I do want all the same bushes though, just for color purposes. I think we can pull off one extra tree in this area, like this. Alright, so now we have a communal area where people can just sit in nature. All the roads should slowly disappear, except for the one in the middle, and maybe some roads to the benches, but that's it. And it gives a whole other feel to this little area. The stone walling is not always my favorite, but normally when you work on an area like this and it starts to shape up, it will look better than it does right now. So that's the good news. And one of the other things I'm going to do now is make another street ready in terms of getting a row of trees in the streets. And even if you just do this in all your streets, it will make a big difference. It makes it look real different when you have a row of trees in a street or when you have nothing. So please always consider just adding some sort of green in a city. Now, it's also very tempting to build stone roads around these houses, because that might be suiting for their build style. But on the stone roads, you can't do any of the green decorations anymore. And I am completely against that. Even though you pave the roads, you should still be able to plant some trees in it and just remove the stones where you place the trees. Or something like that. So there should be a way to easily do that, but they make that not available. And that's tough. I don't really like that. So it is what it is, and there's not a lot we can do about it, but I would love to have more options when we make paved roads to still add greens and stuff to it. But we have another row house ready. 4 vacant houses. That means no married families. That should mean that we can get 4 new families in. That should attract some good people that we can use. Now our booze needs are met. Yeah, we have plenty of beer. Probably have some Horilka too. Yep. 2400. Do we even have some mead? No, we have no mead anymore. So that is something that we could get later on. But this works. And now this area is slowly shaping up. I like it. Alright, the last house for this area gets built. Oh no, there's one more planned. And in the meantime, we built the granary and the forestry. Then they built that house, then 2 more row houses. Then we get to the first wagon shed. We have no new animals yet. Alright, messenger from Derkachi. That means selling off a lot of stuff. Deal, deal. This is already 700 coins. Just these 2. Alright, let's sell a little bit of clothing. And that's it. Horses. Yeah, what we could do is just get, I don't know, 3 male horses and make them into draft horses and get the wagon shed going. That could actually, while we wait for the rest to be done, this could actually be a thing. I think I need that before we need the forestry. Because with the wagons, we can transport even more building materials quickly over town. And I think I'm going to set these just for construction use. Especially with the row houses, they're going to be a big help supplying all the stuff to the row houses. So that is kind of what I'm hoping for. Alright, I do see we have a lot of older rams. These are set for the sheep. So let's get rid of some of these older rams that we don't need. Because they're also cluttering up the sheep farm. And this should provide us with the first bits of sheep hides to make into sheep skin. Now, we'll be slaughtering 3 in here. 3 in here, that's 6. So yeah, that's enough for at least 1 batch. Oh, look at this. We get mutton, we get tallow, we get sheep hides. Very nice. And we have 1 tailor now to make warm clothing too, so that's good. That's the broth cloth. It just needs the sheepskin then, and then we can do that. People got married. Ah, they finally got married and joined this house. So there's only 1 vacancy now. In the end, we got a lot of married couples in. 1, 2. And only 1 new family so far. So yeah, we're not really growing that fast. Right, we have a granary here. Let's start setting it up. Buckwheat. Flour. Potatoes. That's at least what I know. Let's do 2,000 each. So that, or maybe 1,500, 500 flour because we don't have that much. 2,000 potatoes. Then we have to store some beef in here. But probably only like 500. Let's go to this granary and do apply to all and apply to all. So that at least we get all the people in that we need. Right, this is all put in now. Oh, dried fruits. That's a very good one. That should give us extra space for dried fruit storage. Which we desperately need too. Alright, none of that goes in there. Hemp oil, sunflower oil, and cheese. Alright, only a handful of cheese. Hemp oil, sunflower oil. Also in small numbers. We don't need that much in here. And then in here, there's nothing new except the dried fish. So we also need to store some dried fish in here. I think I'm going to set that to 750. Now let's see what just happens and how well this gets stocked. Only small amounts right now. I think the harvest is going on, so there won't be a lot of hands available. They're all working on the farms. But as we can see, this farm is progressing nicely. It's only been not even half a month of harvest. And they're getting a lot done and a lot of hands. Same here, no hands, so that's going to take long. This one appears to be almost ready. Only 2 more fields to go. This one, a little bit more to go, but almost ready. This one, a little bit more to go, but they hire a few hands, so it's not that bad for not even a first full month of harvest. We'll check back soon to see how it progresses. There we go with the wagon shed. Nice. Did we get the horses already? No, they're not in yet. Okay. Once the horses get in... Use charcoal, charcoal, charcoal. Yeah, so the horses should be on the way. Once they get in, we have to see which are the younger ones, because then the oldest we will turn into draft animals. As we can see right here, here comes the wagon shed. That should be done fairly quickly. Now I'm just worried. I forgot one of the buildings that I made. And with that I mean that I forgot to occupy a building that I made, but I don't remember now. Alright, wagon shed's done. Let's supply. So yeah, let's put in workers and make sure that it is fully supplied, and it will only do construction work for now. Messenger from Pani. Let's sell 1,000 sunflower oil. Let's sell 2,000 lime. Oh, nice. That's good numbers. Oh, let's buy some meat then. 2,500? Yeah, that should do the trick. It costs us 250, but we make already 580, so... yeah, that's a fair deal. Let's wait until these stock up. Then we can start to get some of these going. What will they use? They will use wheat. Alright, let's load up 500 water. 250 wheat. 500 hay. And then, you know what? I don't know, 16 horseshoe and 8 horse tack, something like that. Are my smithies doing what I hope they're doing? Horseshoe, no. But we have another smithy. Oh. Do we have only 2 smithies? Oh. You know what? We need horseshoe. And a lot of it. So you better go make a horseshoe for me. 1,000 nails. Well, I believe we have 3,000 nails. So let's put this down to 500. That should mean that they will produce mostly horseshoe. Same here. If we put this down to 500, as soon as they reach that number, should be good, and then we will also produce some horseshoe here. Very nice, but they're almost out of charcoal. Oh, they're filling it up already. Okay. So yeah, the biggest downside to what we have been doing here is that we generate a lot of new jobs, and I don't think we generate enough people at the moment. Yeah, alright, there come the first horseshoe. I don't really know how many they need. I think 2 or maybe 4. I have no clue. We'll figure that out soon, and then we can get the first wagons. I'm excited for the wagons. There goes the village house, meaning that this one is ready. So what we're going to do now is get these guys out of here. Really make empty. And then get these guys in here. And I'm going to make a little change. So September and October and March, they will only have 4 people in them and apply to all. So we get a little bit less wood in those periods, but we have plenty anyways. We have 41,000 wood. We have almost 60,000 firewood. We have 10,000 bark, so that's good. Then we have a few extra hands for the farms again. And if the farms are ready, those will be extra hands to also do some work in transporting goods. So this will be a very good one. Now these can chop all these trees while this one is emptied out. As soon as this one is empty, we'll destroy it. And look at this, they're really making it empty. All right, let's get the workers out because we don't want them to get any new stuff. Yep. Yeah. Most of it is reserved. Just 700 wood to go. And then this is empty too, and we can destroy it. We'll get there. Ah yes, slowly there's some stuff in here, but at least most of the market stalls have some supply. Dried fruit, how are we doing? 6,000. Okay. And we still have 4,000 apples, but that's because the harvest is pretty recent. They do like to sit here, I think. So that's a bonus too. Extra sitting areas. They're coming in to buy stuff, so that's good. The market has a function. Alright, everything is in here that they need. I think most of it's in here as well, so let's make a draft animal. See, 4 horseshoe at one time. So that's a thing. And now we can order a few carts. No draft horses, I know, but that'll be fine. Oh, they're immediately making a cart. And as soon as some of the horseshoe arrives... Oh yeah, 4 horseshoe and 1 tack. Okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, you need 4 horseshoe for each leg, 1 horseshoe, and 1 tack to put it at the mouth and stuff. So that, I guess that's good. So as soon as this comes in, we can do another horse. Yeah, we have a female 1-month-old, so we're reproducing. Perfect. This house is almost ready. And we have no more housing available, so the row house is filled up too. Then we get 2 more row houses, but we should get the first wagon soon. Ooh yeah. Get 1 more tack. 12 horseshoe on the way now in total, so we can do the other 2. And that means the smithies are working on the horseshoe now. Yep. This one is empty. Demolish. There we go. Let's move that over. I mean, let's get rid of it. Do we need this tanner? No. Let's wait with that. I'm gonna do it like this, so that they have some time after they built the gazebo to destroy this and at the same time deliver goods to this one then, because nothing is delivered here yet. Although, no, if I do it like this, they will start to deliver goods here as soon as this one is ready, while they are building it. And the building process also takes a long time, so this is probably the better way. I now spot something that I don't like, which is that this part was still quite empty. That is something that we don't want. We don't want big empty spots in here. Needs to be like a real garden. Alright. 200, 2800, 200. Is this working now? Oh, I think the wagon is on the way now. See, it's ordered but not there yet. There it comes. There it comes. And then he can quickly get to work. Starting to deliver some goods. Nice. So now I'm curious to see why he's going to deliver. You can see the stuff is all good, so that's no worries. Has moved in with her relatives, vacating the home. Oh, that's good news. That means another home is available. I like that sometimes when people just live alone, just move in with relatives and go away. Alright, 300, 450 bricks, 600 bricks. Look at that, 600 bricks at one go. That speeds stuff up. Alright, do we have... Yeah, we have what we need. So let's make this into a draft animal and let's make this one into a draft animal. That leaves us with 2 2-year-old males, which is perfect. And we have our first fully functional wagon shed soon. Messenger from Balaklia. Alright, let's sell some more clothing, and that's it. We cannot buy any of the other goods. We don't need to buy any of the other goods because we have everything, so that's fine. I guess at some point we can go for another wagon shed and put that on like regular deliveries only and one on special deliveries only, so that we can really prioritize what we're doing. And maybe we should even play around with those a little bit more, but I'm not so sure because that's a lot of micromanagement. But yeah, this looks good. How much leather do we have? 2400. Okay, good. 1100 cow hides. Well, these must be working. Yep. These are working like crazy. They just can't get all the stuff done. And if we put an extra worker in here, that might help out getting some of the leather out here and put it in here. But this is probably a lot of stuff to gain, so we'll see. I think they're still busy with some of the farms. See, this farm is still being used. But the good news is all the buckwheat and potatoes are harvested. So that's already a start. And now they can hire some really good people. This field's almost done. Then it's only 2 more fields. So that looks good. Only 2 fields now to be harvested. 1.5 months to go before the actual winter. So that's not bad. And I think all the other farms are probably ready. This one is ready for a while. This one is ready. This one, no, this one isn't ready yet. See, but it can also hire more people now. 3 more fields need harvesting, but this one is almost ready. I guess they also still need to bring in some of the harvest though, but we'll let them be. It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with this, I gotta say. It's going okay. And now we are just going to focus on housing for all the people that we need to do all the jobs that we have available. Okie dokie. 3,100 bricks on the way. Yeah, they need to deliver so much stuff, but I think one of them... Alright, let's pause for a second, because this one is supplying stuff. The cart is empty. See, this cart can only house 200 bricks. While the horse wagon did 600. So 3 trips with a horse wagon, see, results into 1,800 bricks. And it's not even builders that have to do it. So this will be very handy. So I'm really happy we have the horse wagons now. They can now quickly get to build. And then soon enough they should also be able to go with these and already bring resources there. Yeah, we have all 3 carts now. Yes. That's gonna help speed up construction work. Alright. Yep, we can slaughter another ram. Nope, not in there. Oh, these didn't even have babies yet. Let's keep our eyes on it. But we had 700 warm clothing. We now have 600, but I think... Well, we can just check it. Did we produce some warm clothing? No, not yet. Okay. Oh, it's probably being tanned soon. 300 out of the 500, see? So it just needs a little bit more, and then we can start tanning it. Are they slaughtering that fast then? That'll be interesting. Are these slaughtering it too then? No, see, this one is set only for cows. I thought we had set higher numbers. Or are sheep not giving me... Ah, 50 sheep hides from 1. Okay. So we're gonna get up to 350 then. So let's put this at 350. So that once that last batch of skin comes in, it should be good. Let me check that. The breeding, you need a male sheep. The minimum eating age is 6. In the winter, each animal consumes that. It doesn't say how much output you get. I thought it was 100. But by the looks of it, it's only 50. That's interesting, because I really thought it was more. Yeah, this says 50. So apparently sheep only produces 50. And then once the next batch comes in from here, and apparently they're busy with it, but I don't know what... Oh, this one is slaughtering a sheep, but it seems to be stuck. Where is he? Oh, he's coming in now to slaughter the sheep, apparently. Oh, he's coming in with the sheep. Oh, that's taking a long time. Alright. Oh, and all the animals coming back anyways now to... Okay, well, that's good. At least we get the 50 hides, and then they can start to tan the first batch. That's good. Another row house ready. Nice job. We have a store in there. Let's set up the store. And then I think we've reached the point where we should end the episode. Potatoes, dried fish. No dried fruit, actually. Of course, we need some clothing in here. Clothing... Warm clothing, shoes, and probably some firewood to keep everybody warm. And that's set up now. You know what? We should have another store here somewhere. Yep. Store. Apply to all and apply to all. I want these to be fully maintained by hired people so that they are fully stocked quickly, because there's a lot of people living here in this little area. There we have a trader from Merefa that sell a bit of lime and some salt. Yes, and some iron. Yes, deal. That's a ton of money again. And then this will conclude this nice episode where we are now tanning some sheepskin. We have our first wagons helping at the construction. And, well... the town got tweaked again. So thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to it. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.